three turbofans, heralding the run-up to full power and then the takeoff roll of a hulking piece of Soviet-era military machinery in the shape of the Polish Air Force's Mikoyan MIG29A, the Fulcrum. Back of the aircraft is not as a result of smoke generators but of incomplete carbonisation of the fuel, but with the increased temperatures associated when reheat is engaged, the smoke then disappears. So quite a good, in air combat terms, a good indicator of the energy levels of the aircraft if you're fighting it. So much a creation of the Cold War era, this aircraft. It was designed to supplant the MiG-21 and MiG-23, and counter the likes of the then new F-15 and F-16 that were then under development by the US. The MiG-29 prototype took to the air for the first time in 1977. It came into service 6 years later, and one of the main parts of the design ethos was that it was a non-complex and a rugged aircraft with such features as movable intake shields to help prevent the risk of FOD entry on unprepared strips. Also a sturdy undercarriage in the event of flying from such strips or from damaged runways. And with this aircraft entering service in the mid-80s, I joined the front line on the 56th Fighter Squadron at RIAT Polish on the Phantom back in 1987. This aircraft we knew very little about at the time. Indeed, all we had was grainy black and white photos and some estimations of its turn and other performance features. Aircraft and pilot today coming from the 1st Tactical Squadron of the Polish Air Force, based at the 23rd Tactical Air Base at Minsk Mazowiecki in eastern Poland. There's a second wing of these aircraft, or second squadron of them I should say, the 41st Tactical Squadron at Malbork in the north, which received a batch of ex-German Luftwaffe MiG-29s, themselves inherited from the former East German Air Force, and that deal was done for a symbolic €1.
This is a MiG.
Great to see this aircraft in NATO service now. I was lucky enough to be involved in the intercept of the first of these aircraft that visited the UK to the International Air Tattoo in 1991 of the then Czechoslovakian Air Force.
Thanks, get up.
Had been displayed at an air show in the UK. Since then, Czech Republic, Poland have both of course become NATO members, so Hungary, a MiG-29 operator for many years, and other countries formerly part of the Warsaw Pact but now firmly enrolled into the NATO alliance. Now, there's perhaps something of an irony in these aircraft being engaged in the Baltic air policing mission, as they have been on a regular basis, given that one of the reasons for enhancing those operations in recent times has been saber rattling of one form or another from Russia. Slow speed pass, but no quite unlike control
to fly in this manually controlled aircraft. The fly-by-wire aircraft would just pull the stick to the aft position and then modulate the power to maintain the angle of attack and the height of the aircraft. But on this, the pilot working very hard using the flight control surfaces and the engine to maintain that slow speed.
These aircraft will be carrying on in service for some time to come. Poland has signed an upgrade deal that will see at least 16 of its MiG-29s having their service lives extended to around the year 2030.
As you see the different silhouettes of the aircraft, there's not a coincidental likeness to the F-15, the F-18 and the F-16, which we believe the aircraft was based upon. And a beautiful slow roll there, using all three axes of the flight control system to keep that aircraft level. Beautiful.
So, an aircraft that once would have assisted the Soviet advance into Western Europe by escorting the ground attack aircraft of Soviet frontal aviation, now very much allied within NATO. pacers in typical style by the Polish Air Force. This and the Sukhoi Su-22 fitter attack aircraft, now the only two Warsaw Pact-era Soviet-built types remaining in use with the Polish Air Force. We saw part of its future earlier on in the shape of the F-16C Fighting Falcon. And the final flypast of this display coming up in from our left. I was talking earlier about the very close links with the Polish Air Force in relation to the participation of Polish pilots in the Battle of Britain. Well, the inner tail fins of the Polish MiG-29s used for display purposes have been adorned with renderings of the faces of a number of Polish aviation heroes, many of them from the Battle of Britain, and so it is on the aircraft flying for us today, and as it rolls out on landing, you'll be able to see it as it goes past. The man whose face can be seen on this example is one Ludwik Paskiewicz, a Polish fighter ace with 6 confirmed kills in the early part of World War II. He joined the RAF after service with the French Air Force, then came to Britain and flew with the famed number 303 Squadron. He lost his life on the 27th of September 1940 when his Hurricane was hit by fire from a Messerschmitt Bf-109, and he died in the resulting crash landing in Borough Green. He is honoured by the display today from Captain Adrian Rojek of the Polish Air Force with the Mikoyan MiG29. But now, here to describe the Battle of Britain Memorial Flights part in the flying programme is Flight Lieutenant Keith Miller.
Good afternoon, RIAT. Keith Miller from the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. Thanks, Ben. That's a good link because actually we've got P7, a Mark II Spitfire. She was actually damaged in 1940. Had a cannon shell through the elevator and she was being flown by a Pole, Ludwig Martel. And he was actually flying with 603 Squadron, City of Edinburgh, which was a Royal Auxiliary Air Force Squadron. 603 actually became the top scoring Spitfire squadron of the battle.
Right. Can you try your phone? See if you've got a signal. I just want to see if you've got an internet. My box? I started, oh no, I'm on the roof side.
You take your rubbish away.
So, the auxiliaries are of interest to me because I actually started with 602 Squadron, and here, right to left, the Battle of Britain Memorial Flights.
Thank you. Thanks. No, kind of open page.
The flight's purpose is to remember all those who served in the predecessor of the Royal Air Force, the Royal Flying Corps, in conflict from 1914 up until the present day. The flight's motto is "Lest we forget," and we keep these priceless aircraft flying. You could say we should put them in a glass box, put them in a museum, but we keep them flying as a living memory to those who
I'm
serve.
trying to Google Melbourne Port refueling moving to Green.
I could talk to it.
No, M-I-L-D-E-N. Yeah, Melbourne Port.
German.
Just going to get a quick shot of this as it goes by.